Yeah, I just want to welcome us all into this moment and this beautiful purpose again, this beautiful purpose of awakening and this simple, very simple path of removing what is unreal and coming to total simplicity. Yeah, I'd like to read from lesson 157. Into his presence would I enter now. This is a day of silence and of trust. It is a special time of promise in your calendar of days. It is a time heaven has set apart to shine upon and cast a timeless light upon this day, when echoes of eternity are heard. This day is holy, for it ushers in a new experience, a different kind of feeling and awareness. You have spent long days and nights in celebrating death. Today you learn to feel the joy of life. Today is holy, for it ushers in a new experience, a different kind of feeling and awareness. Thank you, Holy Spirit, for your beautiful love and teaching, for the wide open door to your love, to experience ourselves exactly as it is. Powerful simplicity and joy. Amen. So welcome, everyone. It's good to see you. We decided to sit outside today. It's so quiet. Yeah, on our porch. Just the birds. Yeah. Good morning.
Morning. Yeah, I like the reading for today because I've been experiencing some the darkness in the mind as well, like heavy for myself, you know. And very challenging kind of doubt thoughts about this path. Yeah, like I decided to finish up with my therapist on Friday.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, he just like it was difficult, it was challenging because he questioned everything about what I was doing, why I was doing it, and just, yeah, it was a lot of like the doubt thoughts in my mind, you know. And when I mentioned this Course in Miracles, he talked about it like being a cult, and like I feel I have kind of addictive compulsive type of behaviors going on then that are I feel like keeping me in that darkness, you know. Like as it says here, you have spent long days and nights and celebrating death, you know. So that's been very strong for me in my same story of Denise, you know. And sometimes I just don't know what to do, or do I need to do anything? And yeah, so it's just, even to be here today, it was like I had to, part of my I suppose ego just was telling me not to, because of what I'm doing in my life, you know, behaviorally, that I shouldn't be here. There's just a lot of guilt and shame and judgment then around my own behaviors, you know. So yeah, it feels kind of dark, you know, just guilt, a lot of guilt and judgment of myself. And it's trying to keep me away from joining here. So I just wanted to say that out loud.
Yeah. Thank you for coming and being here, despite how strong the ego has been telling you other things. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for your willingness to face this and undo these addictive patterns and the fear of them taking over or coming back. Or you're doing good. I hear that it comes from Jesus. He's feeling you're doing good, and we're feeling you're doing good. Yeah. And it feels too, you know, like I said, we have different particulars, all of us, to face, that brings up this terror. And most of us that take this path, or I feel everyone who goes on the path of awakening via Course in Miracles or something else, it comes to this point of being so questioned, like the core of what you're doing is wrong. Like that is like the deepest doubt about the path, you know. So your ex-therapist, the reflection of him is just showing you that core doubt. Yeah. So I'm glad that you allowed yourself to be here and to approach that doubt. I had a moment. Yeah, thank you. Thanks so much for being here. When in 2006, I went to the Peace House with David, and there was a point when the ego said, "You are in a cult. You are taken over, and you're gonna be so messed up by this. You know, this is total cult." And I remember it, and I thought, even if it is, I'm gonna go through this because I want to face that belief, you know. And so I stayed through, and it was a huge blessing, a huge overcoming. But it went on for a while, that doubt. Yeah. But then I spent 15 years and fully used it, fully. I did not let the doubt lead me. I didn't want that. So I say yes, yay to you, and cheer you on.
Thank you.
Yeah. Okay, and next is Nicole. Yeah. Good evening, Nicole. You're in Australia, so it's evening there. And then I saw your hand, Åsa. We could come to you after.
Yeah, can you hear me okay?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, so after last week, I think the next day I had some relief from my headache, and yeah, I had a couple of good days, and I really felt it was your energy and the joining, and yeah, so that was really good. But then it sort of comes back again, and I think just the main problem is just facing this sickness in my mind and this pain, and yeah, it's just I just don't know if I'm making progress, or because it still feels like the same feeling every time it comes up. It's like a really hard, it just feels toxic and poisonous, and it's part of it. It's something in my mind that is just feels like a brick wall that's just so immovable, and I'm sort of constantly bouncing off it, and there's times where I can really be with it, and it does feel like something moves and shifts, like last week, and but today it's really strong again, and it's just so terrifying. It just feels like it's just I'm never gonna get through it. Like it's like some dark canal that I just yeah, I'm just never gonna get to the other side. It's so
Well, let's
dark.
yeah, let's do what we did with Helen. Let's go there together. If you can recall, I don't know if you're in your experience now with your headache, or maybe now it's feeling a little better, or at the moment.
Yeah, I can. It's really strong. I can feel it, but I feel like I sort of disassociate to get some relief from it. So yeah,
but let's not associate just for a moment. Yeah.
It's just so stuck and so dark, and
yeah,
and just so much fear.
Yeah. And the difference here, Nicole, is that you're not experiencing it alone. We're with you. Holy Spirit is here.
Yeah. And it's not a group of people. This is your moment. You don't have to think of you're here in the group, and it never is about the outside. You're always showing up in the inner moment. So let's do that now, just really raw and allowing this felt sense in you. Yeah. It feels very like a dark little monster or something, like it's been there and you've tried to push it down or manage it, because if it comes up, it is too yeah, you don't want it to be you, you know, but you're not it. So we can take your hand and allow it to come up. What's it saying? What is that pain doing there?
It's just full on condemnation. Like, just so much rage and condemnation towards me.
Hmm. Yeah. You know, you almost know the origin of this too, like from the past. You know, you can just keep allowing it.
Yeah.
And it can be it's like a mental strain. I know that with headaches. It's, you know, so the ability and the allowance to relax and to slowly become really slow and gentle each moment. Yeah. 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 Like we can join in a pact of no harshness.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, my mind's not so harsh. And yeah, most of my life has felt really harsh. Yeah, and then I just became this so timid, little submissive thing that just didn't hardly want to breathe. So I didn't disturb that beast thing.
And you're doing huge inner work progress. Your pure and sweet willingness, you know, it's doing it. Beautiful.
Yeah.
It's powerful. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hug. Gonna go to Åsa next. So if you can unmute yourself, Åsa.
Yeah, I am muted.
Okay. Let's see where you are.
I can see you guys. Can you see me?
Yes.
Yeah.
Hi.
Hi. I just feel it's so hopeful and it's so wonderful to be part of this world, because the other world is so different, you know. It is truly, this is where the whole meaning of why we're here. I mean, that's the sense I get, you know, no matter, or it's in the darkness that we have the, you know, the biggest lessons. And it's just, you know, it's such a resting full thing to just feel that that's what it's all for, you know, to have it come up and dissolve. Because the very thing that I'm afraid of sharing, or just, you know, for the 155,000 times my shitty thoughts about something about myself, or but when I said it all out with you guys, then it's just nothing anymore, you know, because yeah, it's so beautiful. So my peace, and also my healing from this has kept, you know, it was an extraordinary week for me in Greece, because I was just there. I was so present, and I was so at peace with doing nothing and just being. Very beautiful. And then I came home, and then I saw some similar thoughts coming up again, and fears and conclusions, and it was great in a way. I mean, I didn't like it so much when it happened, but I could see that, oh, these are the thoughts again, you know, these are the thoughts again. I got worried about my son, for example, and felt that there's something wrong with him. And then I felt like nobody cares about me. So there was a feeling of loneliness, or not being, you know, as soon as my mind goes to the future and thinks about stuff, you know, or from the outside, it's just, I lose it, you know, the peace is gone. I want something, I want him to be different. That's just, that thought is enough to send me to off peace, you know.
Yeah.
And of course I didn't like that when I had no, you know, of course I didn't like it. So there I was feeling the emotions again, and I pretended that I was with you guys, and so that I could see. And it's always this, you know, like you showed me, that I want something in form. I think I need something. I think I need other people to want me, or my kids. I need, yeah, I think so. I'm still, and a little bit of sense of meaningless. It also comes up. I think it's connected with the loneliness, and that's why I was crying, you know. I don't feel sad when I speak about it, but I don't feel 100% peaceful, because I know it's. And you showed me that there is a peace on a completely different level that has nothing to do with the outside, only to do with here.
Yeah. Yeah.
So when I think about my whole 3 weeks of a holiday, no plans, almost no friends are home, or very, very few. And then I can also have this fear, you know, fear of, it's a fear of meaninglessness, you know.
Yeah. So you're thinking of the future
Yes.
when you feel that. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
And it makes
So,
me feel something in the moment, even, you know, sharing it with you. That.
Yeah. So it is always an opportunity to look at the guilt, because it originates from guilt, from the guilt of the separation from God, and it gets projected onto family or people, future.
You mean in the sense that I'm guilty for leaving the peace? Is that what you mean?
Yeah, you believe you are. And it's happening over and over again, seemingly, and that is what makes up this world. That's what makes up your world.
Yeah, I do it all the time. I want things, you know, I want things.
Yeah. but there is a more powerful force that knows who you are, and that's why you are here. That's why you're here. That's why you're waking up, and that's why you have those contrasting experiences. Like you have this powerful, beautiful peace for longer and longer times, but then you have a very contrasting experience when you see that you want something to be different.
Yeah.
That is the whole ego. That is the only problem. So it's a gift to have your son or special relationships, because they will show you when you do that.
Yeah. And as soon as I throw this thing out there, something is wrong, you should be different, I want something, whatever they're called, you know, it's like a literal, yesterday in my mind, I just took a scissor and, you know, which, you know, I'm not going there. Huh?
Cut the crap.
I'm not going there. That's painful, and it's shrinking me, and I'm doing it. It's not someone else, you know. I can see that so clearly. Yeah, that's beautiful. So I get to see all these beliefs. That's basically what it is.
That's all it is. And they're all meaningless. You don't have to analyze the beliefs. They can just be handed over.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Yeah.
Because that's the sense when you speak to others in this group, and other times too, and when I have my own huge meaninglessness coming up, the sense is that it is for something. So it's the very opposite, you know. What we're doing here feels not meaningless. It's the all opposite of meaninglessness. But the meaningless, when we're in it, it's so overwhelming, because you're afraid, you know, that I am afraid that if I go there, it's going to get worse, or I'm going to drown, or I'm going to get stuck, or it's a lot of shit.
Yeah. This is the undoing of meaninglessness.
Yes. That's a little word for undoing. I love that.
Yeah. And the only way to undo it is to look straight at it.
Yes.
Yeah.
No censor, no keeping.
No, because that is the only problem, is the distraction away from it.
Yes.
And that's where the guilt comes, and where all these, like you said, wanting something. So Nicole, can you mute yourself?
And another, so it's guilt, huh? One other thing that I wanted to share also was that I've had this very hard view on my body, and I keep going up and down in weight. It's not huge, you know, it's not like it used to be, either the weight or the fixation or addiction to it, but it's certainly still not, I'm not free, you know. And this has also shifted. It's so lovely, you know. Body, it's like years. It's so it's really, really lovely.
Body doesn't matter. Body is it's a lovely tool. The body is a lovely, lovely vehicle, you know, if it can be seen that way. Not as a goal, but as a medium for communication.
Yes, because it's allowing me everything. It's allowing me to experience love, you know, and the other crap too. But it's allowing me to experience everything and feel and share, and then mostly when I'm experiencing love, it's just so beautiful.
Yeah.
but not this blah blah about the way it should look or this or that.
And the beauty is you don't even need the body to experience love. You know, it can allow you, you can feel it, you know, but because the body is neutral, not good or bad. And you are outside the body. What you are is outside of the body.
Wow, I could almost feel that right away. I feel something in my whole body now.
Mm. Mm. Yeah, Jesus says many things about the body, and two things are the body is outside of you, and he's saying also the body is a concretized form of fear.
Again, he says
The body is a concretized form of fear.
Oh,
Is that the right word? Concretized, yeah. Yeah, it's like fear taking form, basically. Mm. But
okay.
you're outside of it. Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Asa.
I can't even wave. I'm so relaxed.
Yeah, that's good. Stay there.
Thank you so much, everyone.
Beautiful being. Wait for the vehicles to drive by. Sometimes vehicles are noisy. I think we are going to Megan next.
Thank you.
Hi.
Hi. So I've had so many things coming up for me, even listening to the people on the call today around being a mother, and this being such a drive, biological and other, and a way of controlling, and both like how I've been mothered by my actual mother and by other people. And, you know, and basically at the end of the lockdown period, I came to this like deep, you know, conviction that like I have to have a baby with the man I love, and that will change our relationship, and that will change, you know, everything. And I will, at least no matter what happens, I will have something to love, who will hopefully love me. And I'm not going to do it the way that my parents did and everything. And it was kind of a spiritual mentor who was my, you know, kind of like this mother figure, who, I don't want to say put this in my mind because it's my own somehow, but I do feel on some level there's a bit of forcing, a bit of victimhood. I feel not okay about it, and that's, you know, something I'm taking some time to explore.
I
And
believe
so
that she forced that belief on you or something like
yeah, that there was, it wasn't totally my own
that.
on some level. So anyway, but maybe it was already there in me and she just brought it out. But in any case, I feel like I didn't, my boundaries with others were not clear, and I couldn't tell what was true for me in that situation. And yeah, so I left the guy because he didn't like the ultimatum about having a baby, and I just got deeper and deeper into this relationship with this kind of friend mentor person, and then I ended up basically cutting off my whole family because I thought that if I
Yeah. can we go to now?
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's, yeah.
Because it
So,
feels like maybe this came up now.
yeah. So I just feel like there's something around control and domination, and like needing to make sure there's something to love and form.
Yeah. So there is still a desire for a baby?
I'm not sure.
Mm.
I mean, and so I got my cat back, who was lost.
Mhm.
And the cat came back basically like minutes after I was talking to my therapist about how I'm not even sure I want the cat anymore after this experience. And yeah, so the cat came back, and my first thought was that I'm happy the cat is safe, but also that like I don't love it enough. Like I don't have the kind of love that I need for this animal to put up with this responsibility. I don't think I want it. And it really brought me to, your story about how you you gave up being a mother on some level to follow your path. And yeah, I just don't think I can organize my life around the desire to be a mother and be true to my calling. And if it happens, great. And I mean, maybe great to have to see what's guided at the time. But yeah, but on the other hand, in the past, this desire to create and to be a mother, I took it like a sign I was on the path. So, and I was kind of healing something in myself that said I'm not capable, I'm not worthy. So yeah, that's what's really strong for me right now. I don't even know where I am, but I think that's undoing. And even listening to sorry, I can't pronounce her name, Ausla. Yeah, like it just seems like motherhood is not everything.
This is beautiful, Mia. And it feels like you're in just a very open place.
Yeah.
You have been provided, the universe, spirit has provided you with a little kitten that where you can see this.
Yeah.
It's the same as a child. It is like having a child and come to you to show you something, and you're releasing it.
I learned so many things in the 3 days or whatever that the cat was missing. Like it just, the things that were important and like from spirit just seemed so much contrast with all this other stuff. And getting the kitten was a distraction because I just had so much pain from separating myself from people I love and the partner I love. I just wanted something else.
Yeah.
So yeah, and then to give away the cat who has already attached itself to me and was already like blah blah blah, like abandoned by a previous owner, like so much guilt comes up for that. Like, will the cat be okay? But like I think I can give the cat up to spirit.
Yeah, I feel that's what you're doing, and you're giving your desire for a child, you're giving over everything to be shown what is best for your awakening. Like that is the only purpose for anything.
Yeah, because when I look at my actions, I can't discern a clear purpose all the time, like a clear, what am I working towards? What is my goal? And the only thing that seems true for me is to follow where I feel the most love.
Yeah, follow your heart. Yeah.
And then just like all these things that are miracles are just things are shifting as I let go of control.
Yeah.
So, yeah. So it's so different from, when we saw each other a few weeks ago and I was like, yeah, I really want to have a baby. Yeah. And like in this desire to have a baby, I like lost 55 pounds. I, changed everything in my life. And yeah, I felt like I had to give up my family to have a healthy family of my own. Yeah.
Yeah, and we don't know our best interest,
No.
the healing. So it is about giving it over to spirit and say, whatever is in my best interest. I don't know my best interest.
Yeah.
Whatever speeds up the journey of awakening, I'm open to take that on, to heal, because the ego is this part that wants something else, always something else. It wants something to be different.
Yeah. And like when I kind of made this commitment inside myself, not with any whatever, to the love I feel for my partner, like all of a sudden I've had peace, and there was no there. I mean, they're still wanting, but like it's not the same intensity. Yeah, because it's not about what happens, it's about what I experience.
Yeah, that's good. That's it.
Yeah. So
That sums it up. Thank you.
Yeah.
Great.
Thank you.
Thank you. Let's have Solveig next. Thank you, Megan.
Thank you.
Hi. Thank you, everyone, for all your shares. It really goes to my heart today. It's beautiful. Whoa. I don't know where to start. Peter is arriving in Denmark Tuesday evening.
Oh.
Yeah. And wow, that brings up a lot.
That's sweet, you two. That's so sweet. That's beautiful. You're so brave and so willing.
Yeah, wow. And I think it was Wednesday we booked the tickets. We thought we were never going to make it, just booking it, but we somehow managed. And yeah, I guess I had a thought that, if it's just booked, then everything would be easier. then the roller coaster ride started. And whoa. I know, it's just right now, I just feel this, it's bringing up a lot of, feels like really core stuff in me around, especially this around having a lot of practical stuff to figure out, and mostly Peter actually, because he's the one doing the travel. And I had this feeling yesterday come up of feeling so useless, and I can see there's really so much doubt in there. The good thing is it's a place of the panic, and it feels like I really have, and I experienced that more than once with Peter, this going into this freeze response somehow, where I just close down everything. And the good thing is that Peter is not allowing me. So he's not letting me go into that. And whoa.
That's beautiful. That's beautiful. And this stuff that brings you stress and panic, it's you're saying that's more he's going to do the practical steps to get there. So for you, it's to really hand that over. Like it's not your.
That's really a difficult so difficult for me to hand that over. It's my stress is in all the practical stuff, I guess, and having even this doubt that, whoa, yeah, I suddenly see myself being right in Peter and wanting to fix everything, you know, in this so well-known place. And,
Yeah, so he's going to be there with you and to let you not go there into that temptation.
yes. Feels so tempting just to do it. Yeah. And I've had this all this healing experiences also with Måns, my ex, and with my children, my family, actually around Peter arriving, just to telling them that now he's actually here, you know, we have a date. And that really brought up a lot of stuff and have been such miracles. And then I think it's this, whoa, all these contrast experiences, it's really, yeah, it's confusing.
It is confusing when you cannot get into it, when you get a little lost in it, when you take all that responsibility.
Yeah, I'm so afraid of being lost. And yet when I experience allowing it, I have all these beautiful experiences, but I'm still suddenly find myself a place where I'm so afraid of being lost.
But you're already lost.
What?
But you're already lost.
Yeah.
So that is,
It feels scary. Yeah, there's a lot of control in here. Fear of losing control. Yeah.
You already lost control.
What did you say?
You've already lost control.
Yeah. Part of me want it back. And part of me don't want it back. Not at all. Oh.
You can, I think the practice can be to go down to that place of no control.
And it's all the things, seemingly things out there that I still think I need to control. I'm coming here, the flights, everything prepared. But that's where I get lost, totally lost. Yeah.
You cannot control the world. When you get lost. Thank you.
Thank you.
For sharing, for allowing. Yeah. Thank you. We mute Peter too here, and yeah, it's very sweet that you two will come together and share even deeper.
Yeah, it feels scary I was just feeling a lot of love, and it just felt quite scary to be seen feeling that by everybody. Yeah, there's still a lot of shame around that. But it felt great. I just couldn't not cry. I just couldn't not feel the love. I mean, I can feel I'm trying to sort of still hold it down now I'm speaking, and it's been been an enormous time, and I just loved everybody sharing. It's just spoke to me, every single one. It's so deep. Just really going into the darkness. And when you said the core is the self-doubt, I just felt such upset, and all that helplessness and hopelessness and powerlessness, and a lot of dread. And I think even around you too, Jenny, and you've been really sweet with everybody, and just immense. But it's this part of you as my mother, just coming to me, that I have such a dread. For a while it was there, just felt this dread around my mother, and not getting it right. Whatever I did wasn't going to be good enough.
So we see the retranslation of that. If you see the lovingness, you see something other than that.
Could you say that again?
Yeah, maybe it's a retranslation of that past dread.
Yes. It feels like that. It feels like I'm having both experiences with you. And it's like in my solar plexus, there's a sort of tightness that's been there for a week or so, but so much so I have to really massage it. It's so painful that it's sort of holding on and controlling, and at the same time I recognize I'm being taken totally out of my comfort zone, and I feel like I'm being invited to let go of all my life, but particularly all the behaviors, all the fear and the holding back. Yeah. I'm not imagining it's all just going to go instantly, but I can feel the enormity of it.
Yeah. You've done a lot of work. It may all go on instantly.
Well, that would be, and I don't trust that, and I've been trying to order phones and things, it's all gone wrong, and it's just to my belief. I'm expecting it all just not to work, and but it has. The both have been happening. The not working, and then getting all the injustice and anger's been coming up, which is very uncomfortable. I've been uncomfortable being a bit more intolerant around Solvay, but I'm grateful it's coming up as well. I can feel that. Being not willing to see that has damped down everything.
Yeah. But it feels like you allowing even to massage your solar plexus area. It's like very motherly love. So it's almost like you can allow that motherly hand, calming you through all of those different occasions, just to keep allowing that, because it is all going well, even when you feel like freaking out. It's like,
I do feel like, I really have felt like freaking out, and I think that's what I think Solvay didn't say all that really, that at times I've been incredibly stressed, and just sharing that, and actually through a lot of that she has been present, And it's got a bit harder recently when both of us have been in stuff. So around booking the tickets, train and plane, it felt almost disastrous at the beginning. It felt like this wasn't going to work. And she said, well, shall we look at all the tickets? I said, no, let's go with what we found a week ago. Let's just start there. Let's keep this really simple, even if it's going to cost more money and all that stuff. And we did that. And actually, we both transformed in that process. And we've been praying more. I desperately needed to when we both get in this place. And sometimes it doesn't work. Sometimes we just drift back into stuff, but sometimes we've just stopped and we've unfolded, and we did then. That was really powerful when we did that, and it needed to be. It was like I was so dreading booking the flights. It felt like such a commitment and no way back, really. So I knew it was good. So I did hear you about the mother thing. I noticed. Yeah, seeing it like that. As you were saying, it felt good. Now it feels like, oh God.
What did you do with it?
I don't know. I just realized I moved completely away from what you said, and but it feels right. I think it feels right. I'm just feeling the sort of dread of it, and just going like this, and just suddenly. I mean, I never realized I was this fearful around my mother. That's been coming up and came up after the last week. I just, in my mind, I just felt that you were really disapproving of me. I wrote to you about it. There's intense fear. I just did some gardening, which was great, but just intense fear. And Solveig said, no, she wasn't disapproving of you. You know, she was really loving you. You know, and I kind of knew that, but I needed to hear that as well. Such was these juxtapositions of these places, of the past coming up right now in emerging.
So what I said, you can be in control. You can take this motherly hand, put it on your solar plexus when you need to, when you want to. You can be in control, or when it feels helpful.
I mean, it feels, there's a lot of doubt there. A lot of doubt, but it feels really significant. It feels like this is the point of which I've really given my power away to the world, and seeing love outside, all that stuff.
Yeah, so it is a learning now that there is no outside or inside, or no difference between them.
Yeah. I think I know that's coming. I can feel that's what I'm moving towards. And that's why it's so intense, some of this.
Yeah. It's something happening here when you're sharing, because you have your hand raised, and we keep receiving the message. Peter Smith raised his hand. It keeps coming. It's like you raised your hand. You hold the hand. It's your hand. It seems symbolic.
Yeah. Oh, that's helpful. Yeah, this feels really important. I'm feeling sick. Yeah, this dread of stepping into my power, and yeah, and trusting. Yeah, as you said, you wrote to me, you said self-doubt, doing the big self-doubt. Took me a day to really get into it. Yeah, I can feel that here. So yes.
The self of spirit.
Yeah, and I got tremendous critical voices coming up saying, look at you at your age and just coming to this place and you're still a child. And, you know, I can see myself as this kind of really outwardly resilient and bravado, you know, courageous, and inwardly like shrinking.
Let's see it as a child of God.
I'm glad you keep persisting, reminding me what the truth is. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I can see there's a struggle going on, and just doing my best to stay open to that.
Yeah. I remember an earlier session when we connected to the symbol of this little boy going ahead. You know,
Yes.
the child.
Yes. Yes.
So you can just reconnect with him and allow it. Not judge the child.
Yeah, it feels true, but it feels like the place of tension, and quite physically as well as mentally, and a trust feels like a big word. Quite shaky, and energy is moving.
Yeah. Can I read something? And maybe this can be almost the wrap up of this whole beautiful session.
I just want to say, Jenny, I love you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love you, Peter.
I'm so grateful. Just so grateful.
Beautiful.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. So there is a child in you who seeks his father's house and knows that he is alien here. This childhood is eternal, with an innocence that will endure forever. Where this child shall go is holy ground. It is his holiness that lights up heaven and that brings to earth the pure reflection of the light above, wherein are earth and heaven joined as one. It is this child in you your father knows as his own son. It is this child who knows his father. He desires to go home so deeply, so unceasingly. His voice cries unto you to let him rest a while. He does not ask for more than just a few instants of respite, just an interval in which he can return to breathe again the holy air that fills his father's house. You are his home as well. He will return, period. But give him just a little time to be himself within the peace that is his home, resting in silence and in peace and love. This child needs your protection. He is far from home. He is so little that he seems so easily shut out. His tiny voice so readily obscured, his call for help almost unheard amid the grating sounds and harsh and rasping noises of the world. Yet, does he know that in you still abides his sure protection. You will fail him not. He will go home, and you along with him. This child is your defenselessness, your strength. He trusts in you. He came because he knew you would not fail. He whispers of his home unceasingly to you, for he would bring you back with him, that he himself might stay and not return again where he does not belong, and where he lives an outcast in a world of alien thoughts. His patience has no limits. He will wait until you hear his gentle voice within you, calling you to let him go in peace along with you to where he is at home and you with him. When you are still an instant, when the world recedes from you, when valueless ideas cease to have value in your restless mind, then will you hear his voice. So poignantly he calls to you that you will not resist him longer. In that instant, he will take you to his home, and you will stay with him in perfect holiness, in perfect stillness, silent and at peace beyond all words, untouched by fear and doubt, sublimely certain that you are at home. Rest with him frequently today, for he was willing to become a little child that you might learn of him, how strong he is, who comes without defenses, offering only love's messages to those who think he is their enemy. He holds the might of heaven in his hand and calls them friend and gives his strength to them, that they may see who would be a friend to them. He asks that they protect him, for his home is far away and he will not return to it alone. Christ is reborn as but a little child each time a wanderer would leave his home, for he must learn that what he would protect is but this child, who comes defenseless and who is protected by defenselessness. Go home with him from time to time. You are as much an alien here as he is. You have not lost your innocence. It is for this you yearn. This is your heart's desire. This is the voice you hear, and this is the call which cannot be denied. The Holy Child remains with you. His home is yours. Today, he gives you his defenselessness, and you can accept it in exchange for all the toys of battle that you have made. And now the way is open, and the journey has an end in sight at last. Be still an instant and go home with him and be at peace a while. This is from lesson 182. I will be still an instant and go home. This is it. Yeah. Allowing this innocence. This innocence over and over again. That's all this journey is about. It's not about complicated things. It's just over and over again to remember the uncomplicated directness. Yeah. And there are so many symbols that work, visualizations or images, or just simple presence. So, remember defenselessness whenever there is fear or something raising up inside that is not peaceful. Just take this step to open up to innocence. simple.
Thank you. I can really see, probably for the first time, how defenselessness is such a powerful place
Mm.
at the moment. Yeah.
The
Just
strength.
really,
Yeah.
can really sense that strongly. Yeah.
Yeah. So powerful.
Mm.
You're all so beautiful. This has been precious. So, yeah. I'm so grateful to Christ. I'm so grateful to Holy Spirit, capital self, everyone's willingness to give over those places, those illusions that are hurtful and blocking the way.
It's beautiful. As Jenny said, we brought a lamp outside, and so the light is shining. It's like the light is shining on us. So
Yeah. Well, we see you soon again. We're here. Today we're gonna go and get free ice cream at Carrefour. I think we had ice cream last time too. Okay. Love you. Bless you.
Appreciate your loving